Okay, good morning everyone. I hope you had a nice day. In this video, I just want to show us how to use the Microsoft Excel program. Okay, remember we're talking about how we can use the IC to use the computers to be able to tackle some mathematical problems, and we introduced the Microsoft Excel as the program that most times can be used. There are other ones, of course, but some programs that are mathematical in nature. So the basic of them all is the Microsoft Excel. So in the video today, I just want to introduce us to the Microsoft Excel program. Okay, so we can get familiar with the environment, and also in a later video I'll be showing us how we can make some other calculations and few calculations using the Microsoft Excel. Okay, so the first thing to know is actually how to access the Microsoft Excel program. That's very easy. If looking at my PC, you will see I already have the program shown at my tab below my icons. But if yours is not showing that way and you're using a Windows 8 Windows, okay, using Windows 8, you can easily click on the start menu and then go to search. Is the easiest way to find it. Then you type Excel, and of course if you have it installed in your PC, it's going to pop up, and then you click on it. Okay, so you can see our Microsoft Excel program has opened. Now looking at the program, we have look at it, we already have templates, okay, on some certain things you may want to work on. Okay, we have a billing statement. That means you want to make an Excel billing statement, or you want to make a blood pressure checker or expense report. They already have templates that you can use already, but for the sake of this class, we'll just be using the blank workbook that will take us to the original Excel page, a blank one, so we can understand the program perfectly. So I click on the blank work. This takes me to a fresh Excel page. Okay, quickly before we move on to what we would need to know, I will need to introduce us to the Microsoft Excel environment. Now the first line you are seeing at the top here, okay, where my mouse is, where you have the book and the Excel, is actually called the title bar. The title bar, it's called the title bar because it tells you the name of the program you opened and also the name of the document you open. As you can see, it's telling you that what you open is actually Excel, and the name of the document is book 1 because we have not given it a name. Of course, it just called it book 1. Okay, so where this place is, we call it the title bar. Now next to it, we have a place where we see file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, and view. That line is actually called the menu bar. Okay, it's called the menu bar, and even the home, insert, they are all called menus. Okay, so that's the menu bar. Then the ones under them are called the toolbar. These are where you find the tools with which you'll be using to work in your Excel. Okay, these are where you find the tools, and that's why it's actually called the toolbar. But I also make it to I would also want you to understand that each of the menu have their own set of tools. The menu are just like boxes having set of tools inside of them. Okay, if you can look at it carefully, you would see that the menus that are being the tools that are displaying right now are actually under the home menu. So if I click on the insert menu, a different set of tools appear. If I click on the page layout menu, a different set of tools appear. The same thing applies to the others. Okay, the same thing applies to the others. Alright, so that's one thing you should know. Okay, these are where we find the tools. And now, as you can see, an Excel package is just a spreadsheet. It's called a spreadsheet because it has rows and columns. Okay, it has rows and columns. You can see these are the columns and these are the rows, and you have a lot of boxes inside of them. Now each of those small boxes you are seeing in there, they are actually called cells. So when we talk about those boxes, they are actually called cells. Now each of those cells have what is called their cell address or cell name. their cell address and their cell name. Each box have their unique cell addresses and cell names. Okay, now what gives them that name or gives them that address is by the row and the column with which they fall. Now if you look at the column, that is the vertical part of it, we have from A down to X down to Z and even AA, continuous far from that. And in the side of the rows, we have from number 1 down to infinity. Okay, now if I click on this box, on the first one I'm saying, it falls under the column A and then it falls under 1. So the name of this cell is actually A1, and this place you are seeing here tells you the name of the box you clicked. If I click on the one I clicked now, you see that it falls under the column for C and it falls under the row for 4. Okay, so it's showing C4. Okay, C4 because it falls under the column for C and it falls under the row for 4. So the same thing applies to every other cell box we have. As you can see, this is G9 showing in the name. So this place actually tells you the name of the box you actually clicked on. Okay, this place is called the formula bar. The formula bar, this is where you can actually insert the formulas for whatever mathematical calculation you may want to work on. Okay, it's called the formula bar. Okay, now let's say you want to, before I move on to the next video, let's say you want to type in something that is large. For example, I want to type in my name. I type in Tubo Laifa. You would see that it is actually bigger. Okay, it's actually bigger. If you look at it, you would think it has entered E, but in reality, if I click on E, you will see that okay, nothing is showing there. So everything I typed under D, okay, it just kind of encroached into E. So you see the space is not enough. Now how do I extend my columns? How do I make them bigger? Okay, now you can just, to do that, you just have to take your mouse in between each of the alphabet. This is D and this is E. Once you take your mouse in between, in the middle line, you can see the cursor has changed to a curse. You can now click on it and then you drag to whatever length you would want to. Okay, as you can see, my column is now big. The same thing. Okay, you can also increase the size of the rows by clicking on the, not clicking, taking your mouse in between the numbers, like between 1 and 2. The cursor appears, you click on it and then you drag to whatever length you would want to drag. Okay, so this is just to introduce us to the program. So please, I would also want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'll be posting videos on this. Okay, so subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I post a new video, you can follow along and you can have a nice time trying to understand the Microsoft Excel program. Okay, so thank you. Please do subscribe and like, and you can also comment on the video if you have anything that you want to comment or want me to take note of or to improve on making the next video. So please do subscribe. Thank you very much, and let's wait for the next video.